Give yourself a pat on the back just for being here. Being here is important. That's the first step. And sometimes just being here is the hardest part. So give yourself a pat on the back and then even it out. Use the other hand. Give yourself a pat on the back again. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. Isn't that the best part, doing it from home? Dress the way you want to be in the solitude of your own home where you can do your yoga your way. It's a no judgment zone, so don't judge you. This is a 1 hour long practice. We're going to focus on mobility and flexibility today. We do that every Wednesday, every day. Our practices are different. Check us out. Some are more strength focused, others are more relaxation focused. But check us out. I designed all the classes so they all fit together to make you the best way that you can be. It's an all on the ground practice today. No balancing. I just don't feel like it. We're going to stay down here. But do what feels good for your body. That's what the bottom of the screen says. That's where you need to focus. If something hurts, you don't have to do the pose just to do the pose. If it hurts, it's not right for you. Not everybody can do everything, right? Of course not. So do what feels good for you. Back out of something slowly that doesn't feel right, that hurts. But just let it be and have some fun. You are amongst friends. In fact, that's our word of the day. It's friends, okay? Friends. Friends is the word of the day. Friends are people who care about one another. It's a social network, and that's really, really important for your well-being. So maybe join our little private Facebook group called Friends of 316 Yoga, and you'll get some helpful tips, and you get to answer questions that I asked. One of the things I asked yesterday was, let's customize the practice. What do you guys want to do today? And I'm customizing it just for you. Several of you came back. I've worked those poses into the practice, and we're going to have fun. All right, there's like 36 poses today, so let's get at it. Stress number. Lock a stress number in your mind. Where are you stressed out-wise? On a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, where are you? Remember that number as you grab your props. So props we're going to use today are usual things. An eye shade and a towel, or the other way around. A towel is nice to slip under your knees. Eye shade or the towel are great for final Savasana. A strap. You do need a strap today, so go get a belt from your favorite rope. Go get a dog leash, a jump rope, your yoga strap, whatever, but have a strap. 2 yoga blocks, those come in handy, and some water. You might want to be near a wall because we're going to finish in legs up the wall, but I'm going to finish with a different variation on the block, so it's no big deal. We have several new poses for you today that I really think you're going to like for your hips. One of my new favorites. All right, let's start. Okay, come into child's pose. That's where we're going to begin today. All right, for your child's pose, bring a block to the top of the mat, or maybe 2 blocks to the top of the mat. Child's pose, you can take it any way you like. Knees can be together for a classic child's pose. I'm going to spread my knees wide today. Big toes touching, either variation you decide to take. Sink your hips back toward your heels. Maybe you decide you want to put a little towel under your knees. Reach your arms long to the top of the mat, and if you've got those blocks, place your hands on them. If you are in classic child's pose with your knees together, maybe you've got your arms down by your sides with your palms face up. Take a deep breath in and a sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. Let your chest or your forehead melt to the mat. Try not to get your crown of your head on the mat. Try to find length in your spine by placing your forehead on your mat. Or maybe you use one of those blocks underneath your forehead. Maybe that feels better. Adjust. It doesn't matter how your pose looks. What matters is how you feel. And here's kind of what you want to be feeling. You want to be feeling length in your spine. You want to feel your tailbone going to the back of the room and the crown of your head lengthening to the front. Arms, if they're down by your sides, you want to create distance between your ears and your shoulders. If you got your arms extended like I do, you want to just feel that full range of motion stretch in the shoulders. Maybe it feels better to have the hands on the mat. Or maybe you want to kick it up a notch and place your hands on the blocks. Whatever you're doing, go for the sensation, the feeling, as opposed to how it looks. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. So you might not even be thinking about your ankles. Your feet are in that plantar flexion with the top of the feet on the mat, so you're getting a nice stretch there. Knees are feeling it, aren't they? So are your quads. Nice stretch here. If you're in the extended child's pose, press into your hands a little bit more. Big breath in and big breath out. Maybe for your practice today, you want to stay in your child's pose a long time. Staying here is a beautiful thing. Close your lips if you like, that's another option, and breathe in and out of your nose. This will allow you to build heat in your body and focus only on the sound of your breath. To be in the moment, not worried about what's to come, not thinking about the past, just being right here, right now, practicing your self-care. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. If you want to stay here, enjoy. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bend my elbows, bringing them down on the mat, bring my hands to a prayer position, and bring my hands, prayer hands, palms touching behind my skull. I feel the stretch in my triceps, maybe you do too. Settle in here. As you take your big inhales, really expand your shoulders to the side of the room. And when you take your big exhales, let it go and let the chest melt closer to the earth. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And let's finish up here. Bring your hands down to the mat. Come on up to a thunderbolt position. For a thunderbolt position, you're going to sit back on your heels. If that doesn't feel good, extend your legs or just take what feels right for you. In this thunderbolt pose, still working on stretching out the quads and the knees. Feels good with the knees. I hope it feels good with the knees. If it doesn't, if it's painful, come out of it. If it's just uncomfortable, hang with it for a little bit, and maybe, just maybe, you'll cross the threshold of discomfort. All right, take your strap or your robe belt. Lift it on up overhead and think like when we do YMCA. When we do that, you will look taller pose. Create a big Y shape with your arms. Take a big breath in and a big shoulder softening breath out. When you're ready, if you're ready, bring your arms more back to the back wall. Maybe increase the distance between your hands and let the shoulders come back, back, back. I don't know how far you want to take it. You decide. Bring the strap forward, let it touch your belly button. Bring it on up, maybe look on up, and bring the strap on back. So you do what feels good in your shoulders. No strap, that's fine. You can just use big wide arms. What the strap does for you, it gives you a little bit of resistance, and I think it feels pretty nice. All right. When you're ready, let's hold the Y up nice and big. Maybe wrap the strap around your hands a little bit more so it's a little bit tighter, and pull the strap to the sides of the room. Just look on up to the sky. Hold it here for, let's do 2 big cycles of breath. And let it go. Breathe. Strong arms, you got it. Strong shoulders, strong upper back. When you're ready, bring the strap down and reach it forward and come on down to the ground like a child's pose in the legs. Knees together, big toes touching. Reach the strap toward the front of the room and then pull it to the sides. On an inhale, using your strong core, lift on up. Take the strap a little wider in the Y here, and then bring it on back, down by your backside as best you can, and give it a pull to the sides of the room. Breathe. That's the most important part. Breathe. Don't forget to do that. When you're ready, bring the strap on back up. Let's take the strap and decrease the distance between your 2 hands, and just start to go from side to side. Keep the strap nice and taut. And you kind of, remember the other day we used massage balls under our bottom and under our shoulders? You're kind of using the heels as a little bit of a massage ball now on the glutes. As you go from side to side, keep your chin away from your chest. Pull and keep that belt to your robe nice and tight. Breathe. Find length in your side body. In fact, let's take it to one side and hold it here for a second. Really try to send the arms long. Breathe. Chin away from the chest, top shoulder, a little more toward the back wall. Come on back up to the midline and do the other side. Big breath in and big breath out. Finish up. Let's let the strap go. How do you feel? You're waking up, you're warming up, it's all good. All right, so the next thing you're gonna do are some neck circles. If you like, neck circles aren't for everybody. If they don't feel good for you, just lengthen up through the crown of your head. Hands on your thighs, lengthen up, soften the shoulders, and if you like the idea of neck circles, just start to move your head. Like you're drawing little circles on the ceiling with the crown of your head. Take the neck circles in the other direction. Just move your head however feels good and natural for you. Just get that neck moving. Finish up back at the midline of your body. Turn your head in one direction. I'm going to turn it to the left, taking my left hand by two peace fingers and placing them on the outside of my jaw. Softening in the right shoulder, turning the head to the left using the peace fingers on the outside of the right jaw to turn a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and lengthen, and a deep breath out and twist a little more. Finish. Remove the hand down to the thigh, head back to the midline, lengthen up. Exhale, soften up. Turn your head to the right. Take your right hand, two peace fingers, place it on the outside of your left jaw, and help the head turn a little bit more. With each inhale, lengthen up. With each exhale, soften in the shoulders and twist a little bit more. Finish up, bring your head back to the midline. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Let the tension go. Swing your legs out and around. You were in a thunderbolt for a long time. So quads are nice and stretched out. You'll be thankful for that in a little bit. Take your strap. Take your strap, place it under the soles of your feet. Lengthen up, hold onto the straps like reins of a horse. Lengthen up. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Use your hands to walk your hands down the strap. Take it slowly, take your time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little more forward. Little bend in your knees might feel really good. Just take your time. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, hollow out your belly so you can get your chest closer to your thighs. No rush, no hurry, nobody's judging you, nobody's measuring you. You take it to what is right for you. Just imagine your chest coming closer and closer to your thighs. You got this strap, it's helping you. Big breath in, give yourself some slack. Big breath out, fold more forward. Space in the low back, broadening of the hips. You've got it here, let it go. Let's come out of this. Come on up. Take your strap. Remove it. Let's do cat-cow. But we're going to add a little variation that's kind of fun. All right. Come to a neutral tabletop. Wrists under shoulders. Knees under hips. Hands, fingers spread wide. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. Push your hands into the mat. Strong core here. Lengthen through your spine and your tailbone. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin to your chest. Tuck your tailbone under. Feel your shoulders going high to the sky. Press hard into the earth. Arch your back like a Halloween cat. Tailbone tucked under. The chin is too. Inhale, cow pose. Tailbone and crown of the head lift. Do a few more of these, breathing through it. Remember, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. The push into the earth makes a big difference. Finish up, even out, come to a neutral tabletop. Extend your right leg long, push the ball of the foot into the mat. Stretch it out here. Your right leg is extended. You're pushing the ball of the right foot into the mat. Your right shoulder is over your right wrist. Put the weight into the right hand. Take the left hand. Bring the hand lightly to the ear with a bent elbow. Push into the earth and then twist to the left. Elbow up toward the sky. Left shoulder over right shoulder. Twist. Finish. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Lengthen up with a big inhale. Exhale, extend the left leg long. Press the ball of the left foot into the mat. Really stretch it out here. Push the ball of the foot in. Maybe that's where you stay. Perhaps you put the weight into the left hand. Bend the right elbow. Fingers lightly behind the right ear. Take the right elbow up to the sky as you twist to the right. Twist to the right, elbow up toward the sky. Hold it here. Breathe. Finish. Hands come down, knees come back to a neutral tabletop. Push your hands into the mat, tops of your feet into your mat. Cycle of cat-cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Neutral tabletop. Bird dog pose. Start by lifting your right leg. Right leg comes to knee. Knee comes to hip height. Extend the right leg long. Drive the toes toward the shin. Right heel drives to the back of the room. Strength in your lower back. Press into your hands. Lengthen through that leg. Maybe you stay here or challenge your balance further by removing your left hand from the mat, reaching the left arm long, fingers spread wide, thumb up, reach and stretch and find length. A few times, if you like, as you exhale, hollow out your belly. Knee and elbow touch each other underneath your navel. Reach and stretch, elbow to knee. Reach and stretch. Maybe this time, left hand captures under the knee and you draw your nose towards your knee. Maybe they touch, maybe not. It's all okay. Stretch and flex. Finish up. Hands and knees come down. You're back to a neutral tabletop. Other side. Left leg lifts. Knee at hip height. Left leg extends, drawing the heel to the back of the room. Left hip and right hip are equidistant to the mat. Press hard into the mat. Stay right here if this is your cup of tea today. Raise your right arm if you like. Stretch it. Fingers spread wide. Feel the webbing between your fingers spread. Press hard into the earth. If you like, knee to elbow, stretch, knee to elbow. And if you like, hand captures under the knee, knee to nose, and then stretch. Or close to it, just work toward it. Breathe. And when you're ready, finish. Neutral tabletop. That was your bird dog. Cat, cow, even it out. Cat, cow, find a block. Find a block, find 2 blocks. Bring them by your sides. Have them by your sides at their medium height or at their high height. You decide. If you would like, we're going to do toes pose and ankle flow. You can tuck your toes under. You could sit on the block and chill out here. There's your toes pose. I am going to sit on my heels to facilitate the transition between toes pose and ankle pose. So settle in here. It gets more intense if you bring your shoulders over your hips. The idea here is to get that full range of motion in the ankles going. So important for your balance. All right? You've built your foundation. So work on your balance. So toes pose. If it hurts, come out of it. If it's just uncomfortable, readjust and get quasi-comfortable if this is ever comfortable. And then let's start to flow it. The blocks will help. You can press your blocks into the mat, lifting the feet up, placing the tops of the feet on the mat, and then coming back onto sit on the bottoms of your feet. Blocks help you push the ground away as you lift your knees on up. So there you go. There's that range of motion stretch in the ankles. The blocks, they help you as you walk them back to the bottom of your mat. They help you press into the blocks, helping you lift higher onto the tops of the feet. Use the blocks to walk forward and back as we alternate between toes pose and ankle pose. No blocks? You can do it without the blocks. No problem. Use your hands on the mat. I'm going to come forward, back into toes pose. You flow this between the toes pose and ankle pose, however feels right for you. Maybe you take a breath or two, and then go to the other pose and take a breath or two. Maybe you're challenging yourself each time to take it a little farther, with or without the hands. If you do it without the hands, maybe put them at prayer center and just find your balance here. And you know what you need a little bit more of today. Is it stretching out the fascia in the sole of the foot, in your toes pose? Or do you need a little more mobility in your ankles so you come back into your ankle pose? Whatever it is, it's good. It's right for you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Ankle pose and toes pose was requested today. So there you go. There's your pose. Let's do another requested pose today. Let's come to a neutral tabletop. Lift your feet up, circle your ankles out, wiggle and shake your feet, get the cramps out, and then tap the tops of your feet out on your mat. Let's move into a broken wing. Christy, I know you like this one. For your broken wing pose, you are in a neutral tabletop. Lift your right arm up to the sky and twist and look at the hand. As you exhale, right arm comes under the left. Adjust your hips. Everybody's height is different. Maybe spread the knees wider or move them back, whatever. Bring the right shoulder down to either a block or to your mat and bring your left arm more forward. You'll be on your right cheek as your right arm reaches palm face up to the left side of your room. Let the shoulder relax while the left arm extends long to the top of your mat. Inhale, come on out of it. Unthread the needle, right arm goes high up, look up to the sky. Now do it again. Right arm, thread it, shoulder comes down, cheek comes down, left arm extends high. Breathe. So your arms are kind of like in the shape of a letter L. Inhale, come on back up, right arm lifts, take the twist, you got it. Finish. Hands come down. Back to your neutral tabletop. We have another side to do. Press into the earth. Left arm lifts. Look up to it. Exhale. Left arm is the needle that it's the thread that comes under. Right arm reaches long. Right cheek comes down. Right arm reaches high to the mat. Left arm reaches long to the right side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Relax your shoulders. Finish up, unthread the needle. Right hand slides under shoulder, left arm reaches up to the sky and you look up at it. Exhale, thread the needle. Again, left arm goes under, right arm reaches, left cheek down. Create that L in the arms. Big breath in and big breath out. Let's do it again. Let's come back to the neutral tabletop position. In your neutral tabletop, wiggle your hips, do a cat-cow. Nice job. Okay, let's grab a drink of water if you like. Let's go into a side plank. I'm not going to time it today because it's going to be a little different. It's just still a little bit of a challenge, but I don't want to time it because I don't know if I could do a full minute. Let's do this, all right? Okay, so come on down to your left side. Come down to your left forearm, elbow under shoulder, hand spread wide. You can stay down on your knees if you like. We're going to take our right hand, bring it lightly behind the ears, opening up and then touching the right elbow down to the left hand. You can alternate here. I'm going to take a different variation with my legs. I'm going to send them long, pop on up to a forearm plank, and do the same thing here. Let's try to do 5 on each side, or however many you like. You're stable because the elbow is right underneath your shoulder. I think I've done about 3. Let's just try. You can always kickstand your feet too by having the feet, both down on the mat. You decide. All right, how was that? Let's go to the other side. Other side, forearm parallel to the top of the mat, shoulder over, then elbow, press hard into the hands, stay on the knees if you like, and let the elbow touch the hand. Legs can go long or kickstanded, you decide. Elbow, hand, once or twice, 3 or 4, whatever works. I think I'm at 3, 4, and 5. Elbow high to the sky, press into the earth, you got it. Let's finish. Come on down. So that was your little different side plank variation. Let's do some core stuff. All right, have your strap nearby, and let's come on down. As you come on down, soles of the feet on the mat, hands to first center, fully recline. Here, take it slowly, because you're in control. All right, legs long on your mat. When you're ready, let's do some single leg hug-ins. Draw the right knee up, interlaced fingers, hug under the right knee, and you release it. Opposite knee. Left knee comes up, hug it in. Peel your shoulders up, almost like bicycle. Hug one knee in, then the other. Shoulders can be down if you prefer, or you can have them slightly lifted. So here's your single knee hug-ins. Let's change it to a double knee hug-in. Legs go long, and they come in. Legs go long, and then you bend the knees and draw them in. Breathe. Hands can be at the hips. Maybe you like them lightly at your temples. Breathe. I'm gonna put my hands underneath my knees, hug the knees in, and extend the legs. Hug them in, extend the legs. Just kick it up a notch. Breathe. And then let's finish. Before you come down, send your legs up to the sky, place your strap underneath your feet, and then slowly, chin to chest, peel on up. Heels are weighted. They're coming down toward the earth. Come up into your boat pose. Now your shoulders are important here. Try not to round your back. Drive your shoulders back so your back is nice and straight. Push your feet into your strap and hold right here. Elbows hugged in. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hold. You're leaning back as if you were in a recliner. Maybe lean back a little more. Maybe lift the legs a little bit higher. Breathe. And then let's finish. Bend the knees slowly. Come on back down to your shoulders, holding onto your strap. Take it slowly. Send your feet high up to the sky and give them a little tug. Give the strap a little tug, drawing the toes towards your shins. Breathe. You got it. Let's remove the strap and let's do a dead bug. For your dead bug today, knees bent over hips, shins parallel to the sky, toes drawn towards your shins. Press your hands into your thighs. And I mean press. Press them hard. Press your thighs back into your hands. Hold it right here. Breathe. It's hard. It's so hard you should be trembling. You should be shaking. Make it hard. Hello to Tammy, Lynn, Betty, Kelly, Margaret, Rena, Tim, Steve, Scott. Glad you're here. All right, breathe. Breathe. Keep breathing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You got it. Let's finish up. Soles of the feet come down. Bridge pose will feel really good here. Soles of the feet on the mat. Hips go high up to the sky. Roll the spine down, one vertebra at a time. When you're ready, come on up. Sit on up. Find your 2 blocks. Find your 2 blocks, and let's do a lunge. Your front of your hips need it now, don't they? All right, so come on up. Standing on your knees. Blocks by your sides. Right foot forward. Knee over ankle. Press into your blocks. Send your left leg long on your mat. Top of the left foot on your mat. Feel it in your hip flexors, the front of your hips. Maybe your hands stay on the blocks. Maybe you press on up, shoulders over hips. Take your arms, if you like, lift them high to the sky. Take a little baby back bend. Hands back to the top of the sky. When you're ready, hands lightly behind your ears. Elbows driven to the back of the room. Your right knee is forward. So let's bring our left elbow to the right knee. Take a twist here, right elbow up toward the sky. Take a nice little twist. Come on back up. Exhale Nice little twist here. Drive the right elbow up toward the sky. Come on back up. One more time. Elbow, left elbow to the knee, right elbow up toward the sky. Let's finish up. Come back to a standing on your knee position. Hold it here. Drive the elbows to the back of the room. Now, release your hands to your blocks. And then hinge your body forward and give your knee a kiss. Or have your nose touch your knee. Or close to it. Let's finish. Switch out your knees. Come to stand on your right knee. Left leg comes forward. Knee over ankle. Using the blocks. Push the earth away to allow you to get a deeper stretch in your right front hip. Staying here is fine. Pushing up is fine too. Maybe you've got a towel under your knee. Breathe here, hold it here. Arms perhaps come up to the sky, a little back bend. Arms back up to the sky. Maybe arms back to the blocks. Maybe arms lightly to your temples or behind your ears. Left elbow this time is your body's going to twist in the torso. Left elbow to our left elbow to the left knee, right elbow up to the sky. Come back to the center, starting position. Squeeze your shoulders to the back of the room. Another time, elbow to knee and twist. Come back up to center, elbow to knee and twist. Drive that right elbow up to the sky. Finish up, come back to the center, to the midline of your body. Squeeze the elbows to the back of the room. Hands back down to your blocks. Exhale the air out of your lungs. Come forward and maybe forehead or kiss your knee. Ta-da, you did it. Nice job. All right, let's come out of this and we're not done. I think when I said you did it, I think she thinks we're done. All right, let's come to a wide-legged forward fold. So come on down, have a seat, spread your legs wide, bring the blocks between your feet, and let's hang out here for a little bit in your wide-legged forward fold. You've got your blocks, place them at whatever height feels right for you. Maybe hinge forward a little bit. I don't know what height feels good. You adjust, you decide. And think of your torso coming between the legs. Use the blocks at whatever height feels good. Sometimes putting a little bend in your knees feels good. Try it, but just think about getting steady. Because you know, when you're steady, when you slow down, when you feel stable, you feel tranquil. So find that stability, find that steadiness, and you will discover tranquility. You know, don't go too far. I mean, if it's not accessible, put a block back in. No problem with that. Maybe you like to take your hands to your ankles or your calves. Just surrender the chest toward the earth. Few breaths. We're not going to stay here as long as we do in a restorative practice. We do those on Thursdays and Sundays. We're just going to take a few breaths here. Get over the nervousness or the frustration or the anxiety of the pose and find your steadiness, your stability, and your tranquility. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Maybe one more deep cycle of breath. And we'll get back into some more thoracic rotation. If you're ready, maybe you want to stay there longer. Maybe we'll do that longer on Thursday and Sunday. Come on up, shoulders over your hips, or stay if you want to stay longer. Bring your legs back together, and let's do that open book pose. This was a requested pose, and I know, Rosemary, you really like this one. So let's come on down, all the way down to reclined. You're gonna roll onto a hip in a moment. Tee out your arms. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now keeping your arms nice and long and straight, lift your left arm up off of the ground and roll onto your right hip, bringing the palms together to touch. So you're essentially on your right hip, right shoulder, palms are touching. Keep the left arm nice and long, keep the right arm nice and long. Left arm's gonna move. You're gonna slide the hand up the right forearm, up the right bicep, across the chest. You're gonna come down onto both bottom cheeks, and then open up the arm to the left. When you're ready, left arm, lift it on up nice and straight, cross your midline, palms touch, roll onto the right hip, and then let the arm drag across the chest, open all the way up and look to the left. Let's do it again. Palms touch. This time, the top arm, the left arm, bend it. Bring the fingers lightly behind the temples. Roll on to both cheeks and turn to the left. One more time. Come on back up, elbow to the sky. Elbows meet, palms touch. You're finished. Bring the arms on up. Their palms are touching. Bring them on up to the sky, lengthen up, and let both arms fall to the left side of your body. As the arms are extended long, you're on your left hip now. Breathe and find length. Now the right arm's gonna do the moving. Move the right arm across the forearm, across the bicep, across the chest, open up, come onto both bottom cheeks, turn to the right. Right arm lifted high, high, high up to the sky. Roll on to the left hip, palms touch. Again, bring the right arm to move across the extended left arm, chest to the right, look to the right. One more time, arm comes up, palms touch, slide it across. Bring the palms to touch, bend the right elbow, bring the hands to the temple, drive the elbow up to the sky, open it up as you roll onto your bottom. Elbow comes down, look to the right. Elbow goes back up to the sky. Right arm extends, palms touch. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You got it. All right, so let's come onto your backs now. Arms lift high overhead and think snow angel. It's coming on that time in Colorado, that's for sure. Snow angels, arms are lifted high overhead. Spread your legs a little bit and create a snow angel. Let your arms sweep down by your sides. Let your legs come together. Let your legs find space between your ankles. Arms sweep on up overhead. Maybe thumbs touch, maybe pointer finger touches, maybe palms touch. And then sweep it on down. Create your unique snow angel. Breathe. Maybe you decide to open the legs even wider. So you're almost like coming into pentacle pose, but you're getting that shoulder rotation in. When you're ready, let's finish up with your snow angel. You can take a brief pentacle pose if you like. Arms high overhead, legs spread wide. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. When you're ready, bring your legs back to the midline, bring your arms down, find your strap. Another requested pose, the neck cradle. All right, so what you're gonna do is tie it just a big circle, as big as you can get it. All right, take the strap, place it underneath the center of your feet. Legs go up to the sky. Watch where that buckle is. You don't want it at the back of your head, but that's self-correcting. Place the strap behind your skull. On the skull, not on the neck. Both legs are lifted high to the sky. Adjust the strap if need be. Make the circle bigger, smaller, whatever it takes, so that you can push into your feet. Arms down by your sides. Imagine your shoulders back and down. That's the secret sauce here. Shoulders back and down, neck long, press into the feet. So such a lovely stretch on the neck. Everybody's neck is different. If it doesn't feel right or good for you, don't do it. Maybe you move the feet a little bit from left to right. Wherever you just feel goodness in the pose, that's where you want to be. But it really helps to think of the shoulders being down. Think of driving them away from your ears and closer to the earth. So how do you like this neck cradle pose? Maybe drive your feet a little further away from your body, shoulders a little further down. This would be a great pose to do in our restorative practice. In fact, join us tomorrow and we'll do this for a longer period of time, finding length in the neck and total relaxation. So today is just a taste. Let's come out of this pose. Bring your shoulders on down, bend your knees, remove your strap. As you come down to your back, legs sent long, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's get back into the hips. Find your strap again, place it underneath one foot, bend the knee over the hip, and that nice big circle you had, let's make it smaller. You want to bend the right knee, have the strap tight around the center of the thigh, and you're gonna pull on this tail of the strap and drive the heel toward the bottom of the room. Left leg is long, right leg kind of feels like dead bug, doesn't it? But it's a little more into your hips. Pull the strap pretty tightly, drive the heel. Think one-legged mountain when we do that in a standing practice. Think of how you feel with the thigh lifted. You're creating strength here, you got it. Resistance, like your dead bug. All right, let's finish. Ease off the tension, but the strap is at a perfect circle size for the other side. Slip the circle off, place the left foot into the strap, and do the same thing on the other side. Right leg is long, left knee is bent. Bring the strap around the center of the thigh where you got all that strength. Knee is over the hip. Drive through the heel of the left leg while pulling onto the tail of the strap. Strong, strength, you got it. Breathe. The most important part. Breathe. I've got a really fun pose coming up. It's a new one that I really like. All right, rainbow arc in the legs. Okay, keep pushing hard, hard, hard. And you're gonna see if this rainbow is easier this time. All right, ease off the tension. Send the left leg high to the sky. Let the strap slip off of your thigh. And you know how we do that rainbow arc in the legs? Let's bring the pinky toe of the left foot toward the earth, then bring it on back up and let the big toe fall toward the earth on the other side. So you're holding onto the strap. You can adjust it into whichever hand feels right. Open it up. So think about a half circle that you're doing over your body. Bring the leg back up to the sky. Bring the other foot up. Put it in the strap, send the other leg long. Your legs essentially look like a big L. And do that half circle. Gotta move this plant. Bring the half circle over your body. And let the leg open up. And you know there are ways to make this a little more challenging. You can look in the opposite direction with the arm long, on the opposite side to which the foot is falling. You decide how you like to take it today. All right, let's bring the right leg back up to the sky. Let's bring the left leg up to meet it. And let's give the strap a nice tug. Put a little bend in your knees maybe. Nice tug, you got it. Breathe. Let's remove the strap. Bring the soles of your feet down to your mat, knees hip width distance apart for bridge. Press into your feet. How do you feel in your hips? I think you perhaps will have a lot more mobility there. Arms down by your sides. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Work the heels a little closer to your bottom. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Press your pinkies into the mat and breathe. Hold here in your bridge pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Remove your hands from behind your low back if you did that, and then lower your spine down one vertebra at a time. All right, here's a new pose that I think you're gonna love. If you love half pigeon, you're gonna like this one. I think. Try it and see. All right, cross your legs. Hug high in the upper inner thigh. This kind of feels like a eagle pose, right? Lift your knees up. Take your hands. Left hand captures the right foot. Right hand is gonna capture the left foot. Shoulders are down on your mat. Hold on to your feet and work your feet back down to the mat or close to it. Shoulders are down and relaxed, but your hips aren't, are they? This feels like an intense half pigeon pose, doesn't it? Let the tension in your hips go. Try not to hold on to it. I think mentally we hold on to the tension in the hips. We tell ourselves we can't do this. Let it go in your head. Couple of breaths. But of course, if it's painful, come out. If it's just uncomfortable, you got it. I think we should work on this for the next few weeks. What do you think? All right, let's come out of this. Release your hands, release your legs. You know what's next. Cross the left leg, the opposite leg over the right leg. Hug high in the upper inner thighs. Maybe peel your shoulders up to capture the tops of your feet. Bring the shoulders on down. Bring the feet on down. And breathe. Big breath in. Big peaceful breath out. With each exhale, think of creating more space in your hips, allowing you to access this pose. Shoulders are relaxed. Let go of the tension there, because I know you got it. Let go of that tension in the shoulders. Find space in your hips. We do half pigeon a lot. We do reclined pigeon. You can do this, just slightly different. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hello to Mary Jo and Kelly and George and Liz and Kristen. I'm glad that you are here. And Marietta, I'm glad that you are joining us later. You're so faithful. All right, how is this? Let's come out of it. Release your feet. Oh my goodness, come back to a bridge pose, but find your block. Press your hips high. Slip your block underneath your hips. Adjust it, because you got to get it just where it feels comfortable. And let all of your weight come down onto that block. Should be right at your tailbone. Now send your legs high for a legs up the wall pose. Now you could literally take it up the wall if you want. You could scoot over next to your wall, scoot one hip up next to the wall, swing both legs up the wall, but you don't want a perfect right angle on the wall. You want to be a little, your bottom maybe 4 or 8 inches from the wall. Your heels would be on the wall, and you just hang out. This on the block is a nice variation, something different. Arms down by your sides. You could also tee out your arms if you like that. Taking your big breath in and your big breath out. One hand can come to your heart, one hand can come to your belly as you find peace here. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And your tailbone, the tip of your spine, think of driving it closer to the block or closer to the earth as you just really relax the pelvic floor. Breathe. legs up the wall pose. This is a pose that was requested as well. It's a great pose to do before you go to sleep at night. It'll help you sleep better, and it's a great pose for so many other things. Check out our group, Friends of 316 Yoga, on Facebook. There's several articles that I post periodically about this pose specifically because it does so many great things for us. It's great in a restorative practice or whenever you want to sneak it in. And it's kind of nice once in a while to put your hand on your heart and your belly, to just feel your heartbeat. How often do you do that? And to feel your breath rising and falling in your belly. Are your shoulders soft and away from your ears? And how about your teeth? Are they touching? Your jaws are clenched? Let them go. Create some space there. And one of my favorite cues in a pose like this is that softening of the area between your eyebrows. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You can stay here in your legs up the wall or legs up the block pose if you want. I'm going to bend my knees and come out of this pose. Make your way off the wall if you want to come out of it the way you came in. Bring the soles of your feet down onto your mat. Press on up through the hips. Slip the block on out. Roll the spine down slowly to the mat. Tailbone comes down to the mat. Find your eye shade or your towel. Cover your eyes with one or the other. Legs go long on your mat. Heels toward the edges of your mat, whatever feels good in your hips. Let your pinky toes fall to the edges. Arms down by your sides. Palms face up is the classic Savasana pose. Wiggle the shoulders. Let your shoulders nestle into the earth and be comfortable here. A variation with your hands would be to have your palms face down. If that feels more right to you today, it's your yoga. Try it. Do what's right for you. Eyes are closed. Breathe deeply. With each exhale, find greater release in your body, more surrender to gravity. Don't hold your hips tight, let your bottom relax. Let your arms and legs be heavy. Even in your face, let it be totally expressionless. Deep breath in. And deep, slow breath out. Try to elongate your inhales and your exhales. Take a big inhale. And on this exhale, let the breath come out your lips, but just like you're sipping through a little teeny cocktail straw, just a little space between your lips. Let the air come out nice and slowly. Deep breath in. little straw breath out. A few more breaths, just like that, or whatever you prefer. If you can stay longer, hit the mute button and enjoy your final Savasana. If it is time for you to conclude this hour, let's come out of this pose. To begin today, to come out of the pose, touch your thumb to your pinky, and then ring finger, and then thumb goes all the way up to the index finger and back down. So go through all the fingers touching the thumb a few times. Find your rhythm. And then still the hands. Open up the hands really wide. Feel the webbing between the fingers, pressing the backs of your hands to the floor. Chest lifts, shoulders drop down. Take a deep breath in. Tense in the arms. And a deep breath out as you exhale, soften in the whole upper body. Let's do it again. Press the backs of the hands, spread wide into the mat. Big inhale. Tension, really press against the mat. And then exhale. Now don't forget the feet. Let's start to wiggle the toes. Wiggle the toes. Squeeze the toes toward the sole of the foot. And then open the toes up wide, drawing the toes towards the shin and trying to spread the toes. Squeeze the toes toward the sole of the foot, nice and tight. Open up the toes, driving the heels to the bottom of the mat. Circle the wrists and the ankles in both directions. Turn your head from right to left, a little skull massage. Roll onto lifting the arms high overhead. Take a big good morning stretch. And then bending the elbows and the knees, roll onto one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Eyes remain closed. Take a deep breath in and a deep sighing breath out. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Slowly press on up to a comfortable seated position, whatever is comfortable for you today. Bring your hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through your spine. Let your shoulders relax because there's no tension there. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Slowly blink, your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour of yoga. I hope you liked the couple of little new poses we did. Let me know. Check out our group, Friends of 316 Yoga. It's accessible to anybody. Just ask and I'll let you in. Read some articles. I'll post a couple articles about that new pose we did. I think you'll like it. All right, so from Piper and Dwayne and Bonnie and me, have a great day. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did it. You're mobile in your shoulders. You're mobile in your hips. The rest of the day is going to be great. I promise. All right, see you guys on your mat tomorrow. Bye. Hey, you. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie. Good girl. All right, there we go. She's taking it at her own pace, and that's good. Bye, guys. Good doggies. Lots of things seem impossible until they are done, and you just finished your yoga. Good on you. Awesome. Hi, how are you, Piper? That's Piper. This is Bonnie, and we are 316 Yoga. You know that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for finishing your yoga with me. Letting me finish the yoga with you. Tell your friends about 316 Yoga. Tell them how good you're feeling. Tell them about our practice. It's free for them. It's free for you. It's free for anybody and everybody. If you'd like to support our broadcast, though, you can visit our website. It's 316 Yoga, www.316yoga.com. Enjoy your month. Enjoy your day. Enjoy what the yoga does for you and share the goodness. See you guys on your mat tomorrow. Have a good day.